Hi, welcome to today's classical cross training class. Today's class is the fifth one in this series, and we are going to aim for an advanced level of workout today. What that means is that some of the exercises that we're covering today are a little bit more complicated, perhaps, a little more complex, maybe multi-component. Perhaps they require more coordination, and perhaps they require more balance, things like that. And the good news is that a lot of these more challenging exercises are built on top of some of the easier exercises that we've done earlier this month. So if you feel like there's something that is maybe a little less, that you're less ready for at this point, you can always just use an easier progression that you already have in your back pocket from our prior workouts. As always, just make sure that you work to your own pace and own level. There, like I said, there are some pretty advanced exercises in this. As you see, I actually do, for instance, include a double roundhouse kick, which I myself had not really done that much of in the last 10 years or so. So definitely things to work up to, but I want to keep providing you guys stuff with exercises that are really inspirational and interesting, that maybe, hey, one day you can't do it now, but you aspire to do it one day, and that kind of keeps you motivated to keep going. Okay, great. So classical cross training, so we are doing a combination of strength and cardio and balance, mobility, yoga, Pilates, based exercises, the whole gamut. You won't need that much in terms of equipment, just this mat, and you're going to need a couple of dumbbells, pretty light, and a couple of, oh, hello, we got a little visitor here, and a couple of yoga blocks. So I'm actually filming this without an audience right now because our internet is down. But I wanted you guys to have a narrated version, so my Google Home just outed me on that. All right, so we will get started. It'll be about a 25-minute workout with some stretching and breathing at the end. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so for our warm-up, we're going to start with some plank walks into a scorpion. Yeah, so we've done both of these exercises in the past, and we're combining them now for quite the active warm-up. Okay, ideally you switch sides in terms of which leg steps forward first. Okay, and make sure that you're breathing. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Exhale, twist. Good. Okay, and from here, you grab one of those yoga blocks. We're going to do a cartwheel prep. Okay, we're not actually doing cartwheels in here, but aim for either the block or a chair, and it's as if you're pretending to prepare for a cartwheel. Good. Abs are nice and tight to help you with balance. Just till the end of the exposition, and then we're going to repeat another version of the plank walk. Okay, keep this block handy because we're going to do the other side after this. Okay, so plank walk, and this time you're going to do a floating scorpion, like the jumping scorpion we did last week. Good, and then walking back up, and use your abs, glutes to stand up. Same thing. Again, see if you can remember which side you did and alternate which side goes first as you do the floating scorpion. Okay, I think we have time for one more. Good. Oops, that was just a step. You can do that version too. Okay, so now the other side for your cartwheel prep. Yeah? Great. Just to the end of the exposition. Keep going. Just going to turn that off so we don't have extra noise. right. And you might find one side is easier to balance than the other. Speaking of balance, today there's a lot of balance. Okay, we're on to the development. So take that yoga block, put it aside. We're going to do Sun Salutations with our heels off the ground. So inhale overhead, exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank, and you can do whatever version of the vinyasa you want. I'm going to do the more advanced version, including a little hop forward. Oops, sorry, keep your heels off the ground when you do that. Okay. But you can always do the versions with the knees on the ground, baby cobra instead of the up dog. Just whatever is the right level for you. Good. Okay. And then finishing up this one before we move on. Excellent. Okay, coming down to the ground, bridge can-cans. So, combining two exercises we know, come into a bridge position, and then, oops, sorry, knee and kick. Knee and kick with the other leg. Good, so you're keeping your hips up. Abs are really tight to help you stabilize. And then you only kick as high as you can without straining your hamstring or your back. Good. Okay, we're here all the way to the recap. Excellent. Okay, and we're going to stand on up and do roundhouse kicks, alternating sides. So you can still start off pretty low, and then work your way up higher. So what this is just chamber your knee, extend, rechamber, set the foot down, and then just do the other side. Good. So we're here for a while, so that's why it's okay to start lower, and then as you feel like you have more flexibility, you can go higher. Just make sure the toes are pointed slightly out opposite the direction that you're kicking. Arms in fighting stance. Good. Okay, now we have jumping front kicks. So hitch your back leg up, kick the front leg. Okay, now bring the front leg back. You're gonna hitch that up, kick the front leg. Okay, so you're just gonna keep alternating. You can do just regular front kicks here, alternate sides instead if you prefer. Good. Again, abs are very tight. Oh, which leg? There we go. Okay, now we're going into the tornado prep. We did this last time like this, okay? And then you can make it a little faster if you want. This is to prepare us for the double roundhouse kicks coming up. Whew, you can hear my breathing. This is gonna be legit right here. Okay, so roundhouse, and then another roundhouse. Then you're gonna step back. That first leg is gonna kick. Again, step back. And the leg that stepped back is gonna be the first leg that kicks. This one, definitely feel free to just do regular roundhouse kicks or lower kicks if you're not comfortable with this. I think this is probably the hardest exercise in today's workout. Good. But something new, something fun, definitely advanced. Okay, great. Now we're going through our through composed movement, which is the Beethoven song cycle, Die ferne Geliebte. We're gonna do a ton of different exercises. So standing on your right leg, Sun Salutations. Not doing the vinyasa this time. It's just to catch your breath a little bit to work on your balance. So basically for every verse of this song, there's a different exercise. Woo. Okay, and then switching to the other leg, same thing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms wide and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down, all the way up. Good. And you know, if you want an extra challenge, I used to do this with my foot on a Bosu ball just for extra balance practice. I don't have one here with me right now, but that's also an option. Okay, and then next we have side facing warriors. So go ahead and come into an extended side angle pose, into a warrior two, into reverse warrior. And sorry, I should have mentioned, you can have your block ready here, because from here you're going to come back into warrior two, straighten the leg on the front leg, and then reach forward, and you're going to come into your extended side angle pose, or sorry, your half moon pose, kind of like a starfish sideways. Good. Okay, and then now we're going to do the other side, so just prop the block there. Warrior two, position this side, extended side angle pose, shoulders relaxed, nice long axial extension. Warrior two, and reverse warrior. Warrior two, straighten the front leg, reach, and then coming into, just giving myself some room here, coming into your extended, or sorry, I keep saying that, your half moon pose here. Definitely a balance challenge. Okay, and then now we are coming into our chair pose. I'll do it sideways to you, heels up, okay, and just like this. So if this bothers your knees, just put your heels down and weight into the heels. If it's okay for you to do it this way, it works a little bit more on the balance. Good. Good. Nice neutral spine. Okay, on to the second part of this song cycle. We're going to go with front lunges. So you're going to step forward, knees come into 90 degrees, and then you're going to push off to come back. If this is too hard on your knees, you can always do the back lunges that we've done in prior workouts. Just alternate sides. And you can always hold onto a chair for help with balance or to take a little of the weight off of your knees. Okay, and here we're going to stay forward and do some split squat pulses. So just up an inch, down an inch. You should feel a stretch / burn here and a burn here. Good, and a burn for your front glute too. Okay, and here we're going to switch legs. Same thing. Other leg forward, both knees about 90 degrees. Weight on the front heel, less weight on the back toe. Yeah. Good. So this song cycle makes up most of the workout today. Okay, coming down into mountain climbers. We're in the third part of the song cycle. There are 6 parts. The sixth one is pretty long. It's more like 7 parts. Good. Keeping your shoulders right above the elbows. And no hyperextension. Okay, now bring this into a twist mountain climber. So aim for your opposite elbow. Good. We've been doing a lot of mountain climbers this month. And last month too for the classical cardio classes. So you should feel like maybe a little stronger right now, right, for your arms. Okay, minor mode, wide mountain climbers. Yeah, you can speed it up if you want. Try to keep your hips pretty level though. Use those abs to stabilize. Good, okay. And then here you're gonna do, it's almost like the scorpions, but you're gonna jump plyometrically into your mountain climbers. Instead of just this, jump, jump. You can always do the easier version if you want. Okay, and now we're coming onto our backs into bicycle. You can use your upper body opposite shoulder to knee for more of a challenge. Okay, great. And then now we have an elbow plank. Just like so. Nice deep breaths. Keep lifting this shoulder away from the ear. Calf is off the ground. Good, other side. Lifting the hips up. Abs are pulled in, you're like between two sheets of glass. Nice and flat. And then now we're gonna go straight into rotating elbow plank side to side. You can rotate onto the sides of your feet for more surface area. Yeah? Good. Okay. And back up to standing out, out, and in with your feet, like so. During this little transition to the fourth part of this song cycle. Good. Almost there. Go a little faster if you want. Okay, traveling jumping jacks. Sideways. Good. Nice deep breaths. Abs are tight. You can always do modified if you want. Very good. So this song cycle is actually the first song cycle written by a major composer. And I think it was the only one that Beethoven wrote. A lot of... Okay, so we are doing sumo jack. Sorry, I lost my place there. Too much talking. But yeah, a lot of composers after him kind of use this format after that. The Liederkreis. Good. You have sumo jacks. You can also do step if you don't want to jump. Okay, here for the triplets, jump rope, and you can move forward and back if you want, or you can stay in place. If you don't want to jump, just go up and down on your heels, off your heels. Little calf raises. Okay, from here, burpees. We've done these, right? A lot. Arms down, step back, float forward, hop up. Try to alternate which leg is stepping back. Good. Okay, before we come down to the mat, grab your weights, just have them nearby. Now we're gonna do ground up push-ups. So you stay on the ground all the way. You can either just come up from there to your knees, or you can do full body. Just make sure you come up in one piece. Good, so your abs are really tight. Good. And then supine chest flies while the legs go out and in. So opposite, when the arms go in, the legs go out. That's good. So we transition through these pretty quickly. So it's good to have your weights nearby. Okay, now we're going to bicycles with the legs, and the arms do a narrow lift like this called a tricep press. So ideally you should feel the work on the backs of your upper arms. Good, and enjoy the music. Okay, for the molto adagio, legs go up like a tuck, and as they straighten, your biceps do a bicep curl. So it's opposite arm and leg. Good. And we're here all the way until the transition. Good. You should feel this in your abs and your quads, the front of your thighs, as well as your biceps. Okay, set those aside. You won't need them anymore. Make sure they're not in tripping distance. And you're going to do a V hold right here. Gonna fix my hair. Okay, so legs are up, shoulders up if you can. No strain on the neck or shoulders. Abs pulled down, lower back on the ground. And then from here into a reverse plank. And we've talked about different options, like you could always do this if it's too much for your arms or your wrists. Make sure your elbows are not hyperextended. Push your heels into the ground to help lift your hips. Use your hamstrings, use your glutes. Good, and from here, crab walk. Opposite leg and arm reach in the same trajectory. Good. You can go as fast or slow as you want. We're almost done. We're almost to the stretching / yoga / breathing section. Good. Use your abs to stabilize you. Almost there. One more surprise at the ending of this. Okay. Subito piano, come on up. And then star jumps just to the end of this. Nice soft landing. Good, like a star in the air. Excellent. Okay, let's grab your yoga blocks. We are on to yoga. Okay, so little lunge here, back knee is up. Square your hips, weight is on the front heel. And then scooch the back leg forward. Come into your half way up pyramid pose. Hips are squared. One more of each time. Just like that. And then switch sides. This. And then in the unnarrated video that I did, give you the option to reach up like this on the crescent lunge. You can also just keep your hands on the blocks if you want for balance. Good. Okay. We're going to come into a vinyasa and then into a pigeon and a quad stretch. So it just looks like this. Your chaturanga, up dog. And then once you're in your down dog, you're gonna inhale your right leg up and then cross the shin in front of you and then into your pigeon pose. If that's not comfortable, you can always do a figure 4 stretch, either seated or on the mat. Good. You're gonna take that right leg that you just were stretching and then hold on to that foot for the quad stretch now. Good. And then coming back into your plank, another vinyasa. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg and then bring the shin across. Flex that left foot. Can't really see it on this side, but you can see it on the other side when I did it. Pigeon pose, just for a moment. Okay, and then you can swing it over and then bring that left foot into your hand. Quad stretch on this side, right here. Make sure your abs are tight. Okay, and then into a seated position. You can sit on a yoga block if you like, to make sure your knees are lower than your hips. Give you more ease there. Okay, cat-cows. Just a curved spine, arched spine, open chest. And then you can do a side bend. And then coming upright, twist. And other side. And then take a nice long, tall seat. Sits bones anchored on your sitting surface. And gently close your eyes. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through your mouth. Relaxed jaw as we do some mindful breathing for the rest of this movement. And continue to breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. And gently float your eyes open when you're ready. All right, well, great. Thank you so much for joining me in this workout today. Sad that we don't have a live audience due to internet issues, but I will see you here in the future, and I wanted to at least provide you with some narrated guidance. So you'll have this version with me speaking, all the cues, and then there's also the unnarrated version that I post with each one of these class recordings so that you could play the video as much as you want without having to hear my terrible jokes over and over again. So thanks so much for joining, and look forward to seeing you again in the coming weeks.